This is Go-MMT Radio.
Go-MMT Radio. Let's go.
Powered by Make My Trip, Go-IBBO and Redbus.
Wonder Women of Go-MMT.
The show is rightly titled Wonder Woman, and one such woman is my guest today on the show. Preeti Gupta, her department is holiday expert, and she's based out of Kolkata. Preeti, it is so nice to have you on the show. A warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Annie. The pleasure's entirely mine.
I believe you've been with MMT for quite some time.
Yeah, a little over 6 years maybe, and counting.
Wow, and you are pretty much in love with MMT, or should I say MMT is more in love with you?
I think it goes both ways, you know.
But it's interesting that you're an investment banker turned a travel expert. Does the investment banking days stick with you? I mean, you're a good investor and you've, placed your money well in the market.
I don't know about the money part. I, of course, know about the time part. I've placed my time really, really well with MMT. Being a workaholic, while I was in the investment banking industry, it's just added more and more value to my profile here in Make My Trip, because I love spending time on the system with my clients, at least verbally interacting with people from all walks of life. So yes.
I love your thoughts, and I love that you put your heart into everything that you do and say, and which is what has, I think, made it all the more enjoyable for you to be at MMT. Travel definitely has to be a part of your life. How big a part of your life has it been?
Oh, it has been a lot bigger than I would have wanted it to be honest. But yes, there's a lot more to explore. So because I have a small child, so it's not very easy to tweak out time and go around. But yes, lot of things left in the pipeline. Virtually, I'm lucky to be able to explore most of it through our trainings, through customer interactions, through requirements. But physically, there's a long way to go.
It's not very easy for people to change their careers or take a call at a time when you know that you've got to make a decision, since priorities kind of have changed a little bit and you don't mind kind of shifting industries. Was it like that for you when you moved from an investment banker to being a travel expert?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So for me, it was not just a change of the profession. It was also a change of cities. So it was difficult initially to adapt, because I was in Mumbai, and then from Mumbai, I conceived, and then I had to come back because my parents, my in-laws, they wanted me home. It was my first baby on its way. But once I delivered, I realized that, while the baby was growing and I was happy about the baby being alongside, but from a professional perspective, it wasn't quite satisfying, which is when MMT happened, and I have never looked back since. So that's the best part of my life.
So MMT has given you, and I believe does give opportunities to many people, and that has been a boon for you.
Oh, absolutely. And in many ways, So if I have to elaborate, when we had COVID, even during the COVID times, there was a certain other stream of income MMT had offered to us while we were working, because of course that time travel was closed.
Correct.
And I was trying to upskill myself during those days. I tried to take up a lot of, digital courses while I was working at it. And once we opened, I did get an opportunity with the social media and engagement team of Make My Trip. And today, when I have joined my husband's business, I am taking care of his entire back-end part of his social media management. I think I just owe all of this to MMT. Had I not upskilled myself, had I not got those opportunities then, I wouldn't have been able to do this now. So yes.
Upskilling, which means becomes extremely important. Would there also be an advice you'd like to give everyone out there who finds themselves kind of, trapped at any given point in time?
Upskilling is one thing, irrespective of the field that you are in. If you keep learning, you'll never run out of opportunities in any sphere of life. So that is very, very important. And plus, it keeps you in a very happy space mentally as well. So that's the exercise that I prefer doing.
Oh, that is so cool. In fact, Preeti, I think you are someone who packs 25 into 24, and that's really, really nice. One of the best memories you've had in the past few years of, some journeys or some trips that you have taken.
So one of the best that I've had so far is Bali. Okay. So we had actually stayed inside the safari. So there is a place called have a safari. We usually give only day tours, but because I was traveling with my 5-year-old then, if I'm not wrong, so we decided to stay at the safari, and trust me, it was one of the lifetime experiences that I've had. And henceforth, whoever I come across who wants to go to Bali, it's one recommendation that I give them, and I tell them you're never going to regret this, because so the minute you open your windows, you are seeing zebras, you're seeing giraffes being fed.
Wow.
You come at breakfast, you're having breakfast alongside lions, and there's just a glass divider in between.
Wow.
It's very fascinating for somebody who loves animals. So that is by far my best experience. Yes.
It's something one hasn't heard so much about Bali, which usually otherwise is a honeymoon destination by the beaches and so on. You're literally, telling us about a safari. So this is like a South African or an African experience here in Bali. That's pretty cool, yeah?
Absolutely. So, a lot of destinations, of course, we promote it in a certain structure, but Bali is one such. So I was there for almost 12 days. And when I go for a travel, that's why it's also difficult for me to plan travels, is because I need a very, very long time. I want to experience everything, because for me, it's not an expense. For me, it's an investment. The more I experience, the more I'm able to recommend. Take my time and I explore each and everything that I can, as far as I can go. It's like that.
I love it that the way you look at your career, the way that you look at your work, the way that anything that you pick, you look at, is that it's going to be some amount of investment that you will put in of your time, of your skill, and of the knowledge that you have, and gather more resources to become a lot more fruitful. I love the approach and perspective you use. I like the fact that you said that it's investment of my time. So it's not like I just want to go for a week income, but I take my time, travel the place so that I can gather as much information as possible. That, I think, is the key. That pretty much is also your secret. Will that also be an advice you'd like to give everyone?
Absolutely. And I think MMT takes this pretty seriously. At a very recent interaction, there is a rollout, there is a plan which is in the pipeline, wherein experts like us will be given opportunities to go out and explore destinations. I will not reveal more. That's for the team to do. But yes, this is in the pipeline. And I think it is very, very important and a fantastic step, because it actually changes your purview altogether. The kind of confidence that you come back with and the way you can explain things then is very, very different.
So cool. There's so much to learn from you, Preeti. And I'm sure when you're talking to your customer, just like you did with me before we started off this conversation, they should, at the end of it all, trust you blindly.
Absolutely. That's the intent, because ultimately, even I'm a customer for somebody else. So I just try and treat my customers the way I would like to be treated. It's all about, it's not like we own any of it, neither the hotels nor the flights. It's just the services that one will come back to me for. So if I'm not able to extend that with all honesty and integrity, then there is a problem. So I try and do as much as I can, so that this is maintained. The world is round. People will come back once they know what you're delivering is what you've actually said. So
I believe because you get a chance to travel, because you get to meet so many people, and you love meeting people and talking to them and just kind of getting to know them, Preeti, this looks like a dream job you landed yourself, haven't you?
I just got lucky. Let me just say that, because I did not intend to, have this travel profile in my career for the longest time. But yes, it happened, and it's happened so beautifully that I refuse to look back at all.
That is so cool. Amongst all the travel experiences you've had, and now the fact that you're a mum to a young child, so what is your advice to everyone who's got young children, but they want to travel, because traveling really teaches you so much, both adults as well as children?
Yeah, so my one advice, I don't know if this is the right advice, but please travel during off season. Please travel as much as you can while, your children are small. These times you can take school offs with sick leaves, but otherwise it'll get challenging later on. We've had such experiences, because during peak seasons, it's pretty crowded, for anybody to be able to extend the kind of hospitality that they would otherwise. It actually compromises that experience. I've done both of it. So I would definitely recommend, when your children are small, travel more. It also gives them a sense of independence in some way when they try and interact with people from different walks of life. So it's important. And this is the time you can do it.
Well, there it is, coming from the person who has been an expert herself. It's time for the rapid fire round. Preeti, are you ready for this?
Oh, absolutely. Bring it on.
The rapid fire round.
Okay, have you tried adventure rides? say, scuba diving or bungee jumping or skydiving?
Yes, I have. Not the ones that you mentioned, but I don't know if it's like a super adventure. We did a ATV ride back in Bali on the rice paddy fields where we almost broke our legs, but it was fun.
So cool. If you've got to tick off 2 places on your bucket list that you want to go to in the next 2 years or so, or 2 to 3 years maybe, what are these places?
Australia and Switzerland.
Nice. Tell me about the cuisine that you love. Don't tell me cuisine back in Kolkata because that's where you come from, but anything else. Anything else that you explored and you really fell in love with?
I think Thai cuisine is pretty underrated. You experience it in actuality while in Thailand.
Oh, nice.
It would be Thai for me.
Are you a voracious reader?
No, but I am glued to Audible these days because I don't think I'm finding enough time for the books. So I just take a walk and plug on my headphones and then get listening. That's that. I mean, instead of get reading, which I think is a better thing to do. Given the dearth of time, I think listening also does a decent job. So yes.
Totally. Do you play any musical instrument?
No, but I'd love to try my hands on a guitar. I did while I was pregnant. Apparently, I was told that it's good for the child, but of course I didn't continue.
Oh, but that's nice. That's nice. You've at least tried, which is so cool. What's your favorite thing about your job?
My favorite thing about my job is the flexibility to work from the comfort of my home, see my child around me. That's most pacifying. So that's the favorite part of the job.
If there is a landscape you would choose where you can live for the rest of your life, what kind of landscape would it be? Mountains, beaches, river, stream? What is it?
It has to be snow-clad mountains.
So cool. It's been amazing talking to you, Preeti. And there's so much as a person that you not only give MMT, but MMT has also given you, which is why you are called the best. Preeti, your vibe, your energy, your positivity is pretty infectious. I'm sure that is the reason your clients love you and MMT also loves you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Annie, for showering me with such wonderful and kind words. But honestly speaking, I am truly, truly grateful to MMT for shaping me into the person I am today and helping me understand that the potential within each one of us is truly unlimited. So we need not restrict ourselves, be it a mom, be it a housewife, be it anybody. You can just go out there and do what you've always dreamt of and make a living of your own. So thank you, Make My Trip, for making me an independent person I am today. And thank you, Annie, for having me here. It's truly a privilege and it feels really, really overwhelming right now. You call me a Wonder Woman and I hope I'm able to continue to do the good work that I am trying.
Thank you once again for your time and all the very, very best, Preeti.
Thank you, Annie. It was lovely talking to you. Thanks a lot.
Wonder Woman. Yes, that's Preeti Gupta, holiday expert from Kolkata. This is GO-MMT Radio. I'm your host, Annie. I'll be catching you soon. Till then, ciao.
अर्ज़ियाँ सारी मैं चेहरे पे लिख के लाया हूँ अर्ज़ियाँ सारी मैं चेहरे पे लिख के लाया हूँ तुमसे क्या मांगूं मैं तुमसे क्या मांगूं मैं तुम खुद ही समझ लो मौला 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 मेरे मौला 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 मेरे मौला 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 मेरे मौला मेरे मौला 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 मौला
Good morning, Make My Trip. This is Vrinder Sehwag on your very own GO-MMT Radio. Get set, go.
GO-MMT Radio. Go.
To listen to your favorite GO-MMT radio from anywhere, follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn and Instagram. Visit the GO-MMT radio page for daily updates and enjoy listening to your favorite radio channel.